Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. On the court for the Bucks, the dynamite pair of Antetokounmpo and Parker at forward. Mayo out there with Chris Middleton. And it's Monroe in the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for Gerald Green, another productive year last season coming off the bench. Though it was a smaller role, a small step back from the season before when he started over half the games for the Suns.
Well, there was a log jam in Phoenix at the wing position last season. He certainly matured, though, as he never complained about not starting, just went out and did his job.
Here's Middleton. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
And boy, how good was Chris Middleton last season? I mean, always a deep shooter who could stretch the floor. He hits the weight room in the offseason and became a much stronger defender. Now he's one of the more promising 3-and-D guys in the league. And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Mayo into the lane. Here's Parker. And it's sent back by Bosh. And the wide open shot from Green. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. And for Chris Middleton last season, he went up in points, assists, rebounds, but went down in turnovers.
Boy, what an improvement for this young man. A late bloomer. I liked him when he was at Texas A&M, still growing into his body, playing with great confidence, and he can spray that thing from 3. I like his promise.
Here's Dragic after the made shot from Greg Monroe. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a 3-point play. Going to the line for 1.
Yeah, heard the whistle and then kept his focus and able to still knock it down.
And, Greg, to be able to take the bump like that and maintain control, that's not easy to do. I know you're kind of a little fella, but I was a big guy when I played, so I know how difficult that is. That was impressive.
I see.
Now, here's Antetokounmpo. Middleton on the wing. 6 to shoot. Pass to Mayo. And it's Parker at the elbow. Here's Monroe. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good.
I don't know. Maybe they're still working out the kinks on D because that clearly was a breakdown.
It's Dragic with the drive. Whiteside kicks to Wade. Whiteside, Green. The feet to Whiteside. Passes it to Wade. Off target from 3-point range.
Well, you knew things were going to be different in Miami without LeBron. They slowed down their approach on offense, going from one of the more up-tempo teams to one of the slower ones last season.
And he gets it to go.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Stolen by Middleton. And Monroe kicks to Middleton. Shot by Mayo is no good. The Heat with the lead. Green dishes to Whiteside. Pass to Wade. Softly drops in the floater.
Now there's something for the top 10 highlight reel right there. A layup can be just as sweet and as pretty as a dunk sometimes.
And the call will be against O.J. Mayo. That is his first foul of the game. Winslow's checked in for Dwayne Wade. And Milwaukee with a change here too. Carter Williams, he's checked in for Chris Middleton. And Parker with the block. Carter Williams, the pass to Mayo. No luck. Good work defensively by Whiteside.
He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
And guys, Gerald Green looked to be out of the NBA at one point in his career, but since coming back from Russia, he has completely reinvented himself as a player.
Catching up on the changes with Miami. Josh McRoberts is checked in for Whiteside. Deng comes in for Chris Bosh. And it's Tyler Johnson in for Goran Dragic. The Bucks also changing it up. Henson's checked in for Monroe. Johnny O'Brien comes in for Jabari Parker. And it's Vaughn in for O.J. Mayo. And for Gerald Green, and him reinventing himself, really was just known as a dunker before heading overseas.
You know, Kevin, he came back with a better shot and a better understanding of how to win as a player. Strange to think that there was a time that he couldn't find a way onto an NBA roster.
There's Winslow, and Henson sends it back. And so the ball out of bounds. Henson touched it last. Now here's Winslow. Antetokounmpo defending. And there's the pass to Green. 6 on the shot clock. Here's McRoberts. Miami no good on that time either. The Bucks trail. Here's Vaughn. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. Johnson outside. Green against Carter Williams. That is good.
He got a little room at the rim and laid it in. Great play.
O'Brien inside. Henson. And we reach the end of the first.
Give it up for your Heat Dancers.
And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And when you consider how the Heat are doing, guys, what jumps out to you stats-wise?
A lot of times the team that owns the paint is going to come away with the victory, and that's what they've done here thus far.
Yeah, why change the plan until they make you? And that's where they should continue to attack moving forward, going inside.
On the court for the Bucks. Filling out the wings, it's Middleton and Antetokounmpo. Monroe is out there with Jabari Parker. And it's Mayo in at the point.
Well, I think it's been said about 1,000 times now how Coach Spoelstra started as a video coordinator with the Heat, but he's been with the organization for so long, they are starting to become synonymous.
It's so about Antetokounmpo, and it's out of bounds. The Heat will take it the other way.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
Gerald Green, he's checked in for Miami. He feeds it to Whiteside. Wade drives in, and he gets the bucket. Wade's got 6.
3 consecutive baskets have come right at the rim. The defense had better start buckling down and tightening up.
Guys, they are getting exposed in terms of their low post defense.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Heat.
Well, I like the fact they've already been getting a lot of high-quality shots in the paint.
And the other thing, though, is their execution in terms of their ball movement has been flawless. Sets up a lot of easy scoring opportunities.
Hassan Whiteside.
Boy, last season, Hassan Whiteside made a huge splash in the NBA. Big blocks, big rebound totals. But he had some head-scratching moments as well. Missed his share of action due to suspensions.
And GA, as you said with Whiteside, his fiery attitude flared up a few times last season, and it hurt his team more than once in Miami.
No doubt, and it's something that he has got to work on. I mean, he's proven that he can be a big-time player in this league, but he can't have the mental lapses that get him tossed from games and hurt his team.
The kick out to Antetokounmpo. Shot clock at 2. Another miss by Middleton.
Major defensive lapse right there. I mean, he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You've got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it.
Miami no good on that time either. Bucks trail by 6. Here's Mayo, and it's sent back by Bosh.
Boy, I tell you what, the complexion of this game would be completely different if he shot the ball anything like he's capable of.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Yeah, and it should help them increase their separation here. I mean, this has been an impressive offensive output.
Timeout call for the Heat.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game.
And it was a very public falling out between Goran Dragic and the Suns front office. That was a real tense few weeks there before ultimately he was traded.
Michael Carter-Williams checked in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Green kicks to Whiteside. Rebound, Milwaukee.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
And, of course, Dragic was traded to Miami last season. Said he felt betrayed by the Suns front office, which spurred him wanting out of Phoenix and to South Florida.
Yeah, you know what? We'll never know the whole truth about that situation, but Dragic said they told him one thing with personnel and did something else.
And Wade slams it in.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came upright with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
Miami leading by 8. The drive by Green, and it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game. Well, Milwaukee last year became just the 9th team in NBA history to go from Greg being the worst in the league to a playoff team.
Unbelievable what they accomplished. And they had a tough matchup in the first round with the playoff season Bulls, however. Things didn't go well, but they did get some valuable experience from that effort.
And a new group getting ready for Miami. Josh McRoberts has checked in for Whiteside. Dang comes in for Green. Winslow's checked in for Dwayne Wade. And it's Tyler Johnson in for Goran Dragic. That's in, and the Miami lead is cut down to 8 on the bucket from Carter-Williams.
Well, as you said, guys, I mean, the Bucks struggled early in their series against the Bulls, but they got the momentum and forced a game 6, but then were blown out at home to end the series. Ended up losing by 54. That's right, 54. Wow.
Johnson, a wide open look. Not hit. Bucks trail by 8. For 3, Middleton. And a clear foul there as he shot the triple. He'll go to the line for 3 free throws. They get Luol Deng.
And as you said, the Bucks lost on their home floor. One thing about that series is the Bucks introduced their new logo. They gave away free playoff tickets to anyone that turned in their old red gear. Not a bad deal in my book.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Henson's checked in for Monroe. Johnny O'Bryant comes in for Parker. And it's Vaughn in for O.J. Mayo. Carter-Williams, the pass to Vaughn. Knocked away. And that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession.
And you can tell that pass just hung in the air for a long time.
Yeah, exactly. Long enough for him to get a hand on it and knock it out of play.
Here's O'Bryant. And he dunks it down.
Cutting into that lead a little bit. Way to finish.
And the basket is still shaking.
Oh, I mean, he has got power in bunches on that two-hand. How about the inbound pass there? Easy bucket.
Middleton on the wing. Lets it fly. And that one comes up a bit short.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Stripped away. The Bucks shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game. That free throw, no good. Milwaukee making a switch here. So we can't get either to fall. Feeds it to Winslow. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo. And so we conclude the first half. Miami ahead. They lead by 9. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
Give it up for your Heat.
And the third quarter about ready to get underway.
D-Wade had a good quarter there. He's got 10 points, and he has 1 steal to his credit as well.
And Clark, he's just done a great job defensively. That 1 steal doesn't tell the whole story.
Now the second half about to start up and begin any moment. D-Wade really playing well in this one.
Yeah, he's playing just a smart game overall offensively, looking for and finding the gaps in the defense, and also terrific shot selection.
Greg, that's exactly what we're talking about when we talk about being efficient as an offensive player. Fully on display there with him.
Dragic is joined in the backcourt by Wade. The big men are Bosh and Whiteside. And it's Green in at the 3 spot. That's the group on the floor for Miami. Well, one thing that you can always say about Dwayne Wade is that he is at his best when the game is on the line. He truly lives for the big moments.
He does, and Wade has been in so many of those big moments over the course of his career. 5 trips to the NBA Finals, and he really does thrive under pressure.
Shot by Mayo is no good. Took him no time at all on that one. And it's 6 points for Chris Middleton.
Better to be lucky than good. Got that shot to fall.
There's Green with the 3. Rebound by Parker. Parker's got 4 rebounds now tonight. The shot by Middleton, wide open. Another miss by Middleton. Lets it go from the wing. Wade can't hit.
And if the shot's not there, that's a quick bucket there. Solid in transition.
Well, you know, he loves the chance to get out and run, and you can see right there why he does.
Now a timeout called by Miami.
And, you know, you hear everybody talking about Giannis's potential. I mean, look at the athleticism coupled with his measurables. I mean, that is just off the charts.
Well, Heat leading assists from Dragic. Dragic has got 3 assists now. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. Lead pass was put in just the right spot. Green's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Middleton for 3.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down. Try to get some easy ones.
Bucks trail by 7. For Giannis, it's not just his physique and length. Clark, he moves insanely well for a guy that size.
Yeah, Giannis also might not be done growing, Kevin.
Right.
How scary is that? I mean, you know, he could be a legit 7-foot shooting guard when it's all said and done. That would be something to see.
Got a piece of it. Mayo into the lane. They shoot again. Shot is off. Bosh with some nice D. The Heat leading by 7. Green missing again. Mayo dishing to Monroe. Some solid defense from Bosh. The Heat have gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the third. Dishes it to Dragic. Here's Mayo. Now that's how to finish the break. Throw down with force.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
And guys, in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. And Hassan Whiteside of Miami had the breakout year of all breakout years. Clark, he blew up in the right way last season, averaged a double-double over 48 games.
Yeah, and great to see for Whiteside because he did have some issues prior to the breakout year, and it's nice to see him find his stride and produce with that awesome talent he has.
A different look for Miami. Luol Deng is checked in for Whiteside. Winslow comes in for Green, and it's Tyler Johnson in for Dwayne Wade. Milwaukee also making some changes. Henson's checked in for Monroe. Johnny O'Bryant comes in for Parker, and it's Vaughn in for O.J. Mayo. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. Antetokounmpo kicks to Henson. And there's a nice one-handed slam.
Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope. His only concern right now, Clark, is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
I like the simplicity.
Well, there's also style just with the fact that he's able to have that kind of a finish, though. Still, I like that pretty one-handed flush.
I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is the 2 points, not the dramatics.
Oh, come on, Clark. He had to go for it, didn't he?
Yeah, but hey. He's an athlete, and I can't fault him for that one. Although, if he missed it, I might have.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Antetokounmpo's got 6 points.
They're on fire from mid-range, guys. They found a weakness in the defense, and they're exploiting it to a T.
And it's not often you see a team as efficient from that short 17, as I like to call it, but it's really worked well for them today. Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
And what a tough position Luol Deng found himself in last year in a small forward swap of sorts. LeBron James goes from Miami to Cleveland. Deng goes from Cleveland to Miami. He had his choice. There was Atlanta that was in the mix there too. But he goes to the Miami Heat. He's bounced around a little bit. But still a very big talent.
He is. You know, he kind of likes following legends. Remember, Scottie Pippen was that great small forward in Chicago, and Luol Deng was the next heir apparent. So he seemed to be pretty comfortable stepping into LeBron's role. Unfortunately, not able to deliver at the same level. And let's face it, the problem is you can't make up for losing the best player in the game. And that's the case here in Miami for Luol.
The third quarter comes to a close. Heat lead by 4. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter. And we're set to start the action up here in the fourth quarter, and if it's anything like the first 3, we should be in for a treat. Bucks trail by 4. And Milwaukee looking at who they've got. They've got Michael Carter-Williams. Chris Middleton is out there with John Henson. And it's O'Brien in at the 4.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
The Bucks shooting at a decent 44% clip here. Carter-Williams, the pass to Henson. And here we go. Fast break. Wade's got it. On that bucket in no time at all. Green's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Heat. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats here for the Heat?
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
They've been firing on all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they've really run the break well.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give them any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
Miami leading by 4. And it's Wade penetrating. And Henson pulls it down. So far, we've seen them be a bit careless with the ball.
Guys, untidy. You got to value the possession of the basketball.
Simply put, out of control is how they played thus far. They're going to have to reel it in and show some more discipline.
Bucks trail by 4. Vaughn, the pass to Henson. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup.
That kind of power move has become a trademark of his.
Now a timeout called by Miami. A lot's been made of the Heat fans in the past for walking out during the finals game where they looked to be out of it, but credit You know, the Miami Heat fans, Greg, with last year sticking with this team.
Yeah, and in all fairness, I would have walked out as well because I thought it was over. But with LeBron out of town, a lot of Heat fans could have jumped off the bandwagon. But you know what? They stayed with it. So although the weather is fair, the fans are not.
Oh, well said.
Thank you.
From D-Wade.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Well, guys, I was able to listen in on what Eric Spoelstra was going over with his team in that last huddle. As this game enters winning time, and it really could go either way, he wanted the chance to check in, make sure they're all on the same page, and sticking to the game plan to close it out. Kevin?
And, you know, for the Heat, despite the struggles, they still here last season. They were among the top teams in the league in total attendance. Now, this is why the breakaway rim was invented, for plays just like that.
Well, he almost brought the whole thing down, Clark, by hanging on that long.
Yeah, he did.
I tell you what, though, great dunk, and this is even a better game we got going on right now.
No one near Mayo as he lets it go. And it's Mayo again missing.
And really, they showed up in force, even as the Heat fell to the back of the pack. The Heat only 20-21 last year at American Airlines Arena, but the fans love them all the same.
We've seen Gerald Green really having a great game.
They need to make some adjustments because he's absolutely scorching.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Antetokounmpo dishes to Mayo. Kicks it to Middleton. Pass to Antetokounmpo. To the paint. The Bucks working the ball around. Just 3 to shoot. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
You know, to cut deficits, you got to be making smart basketball plays out there. Taking care of the ball. It's not done by hoisting up bonehead threes like that.
And it's Dragic off the drive. A second chance effort. Outside Bosch. He dishes it to Green. Good, and it's Bosch picking up the assist. Green's got 11 points here in just the second half.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
Outside Mayo. Drops in the tray.
Tit for tat right there, huh, guys?
Didn't take them long at all, fellas, to get those 3 points back.
To the left side wing. The drive by Green. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Textbook, nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
Mayo, and that's for 2. It's rebounded by Bosch. Bosch has got 6 rebounds in the game.
You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at it.
That's good, and the Heat lead is cut down now to just 6 points with that basket from Antetokounmpo. And so here is Miami. And there's the call on Giannis Antetokounmpo. That's foul number 2 for him. And the Heat making a change here. Winslow's checked in. And Milwaukee also making a switch. Carter Williams is checked in. Carter Williams against Dragic. Shot clock at 6. And he uses the glass on the layup. And the Heat lead by 8.
And if you thought this game was over already, you're probably right.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, it's staring us right in the face, and we've been around long enough to know when a game is over. And this one is in that category. I wonder if switching baskets really threw him off. I mean, because he can't get anything to fall this half.
Wade kicks to Dragic. Wade outside. And so it's Miami winning this one. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, Clark, made the difference.
Well,